What a year, right? What a great start. Um, Hi, I'm Jordy. I have never posted anything like this online before, but here I am. It has been a tough year. If you're an American, you get it. You get it, right? I felt like I needed to start something. This is my way. Heated rivalry. I have never been moved by a piece of media like I have with this show. I was a little late to the party. I didn't jump in until episode 3 had been posted. And then I was watching it regularly every week it was released. And then, of course, I had to get the books and I read the first, second, and last book of the series. And well, I didn't read the finish reading the first. I was too excited. I went to the second and then the last one. It was a lot smuttier than I was expecting. I've never really been into smut. I grew up a good little Mormon boy, so it was a little bit jarring. It was a little like, oh, okay, whoa, okay, dang. Like every chapter, like, wow, okay, that's a lot. But I still appreciate it. Rachel Reed has truly done something special, and obviously, it's been something that has made a huge impact. But what Jacob Tierney did was groundbreaking. He took such a small budget and made art, and he made art that impacted a lot of people. This piece of media has changed my perspective a lot on what I want to do in my life and how I want to go about it. I recently just graduated from college 3 weeks ago with a degree in design, and I had a lot of success this year. I made this poster for a protest at the start of the year that became the most upvoted on my city's subreddit. That's so weird. It was me. Hello. Um, I've told very few people about that. I had a really successful senior project and I had a lot of fun and I made all these little characters. It was like 12 characters in 15 different styles, is what I did. And it was pretty well received, I think. And I got Student of the Year shortly after that. And that was an honor. That was a huge honor. And I had made a lot of just fun stuff throughout my time in college. But this last year has been especially cool in what I've been able to do. This last semester was a little bit different. And I came to the realization of, I don't know if I actually want to do this. And it started with having an actual design job and now being offered to teach this upcoming semester. And Heated Rivalry had actually a profound impact on coming to that conclusion. I had been having a lot of doubts months before it came out. We watched a video in one of my classes about talking to clients. I had a panic attack and I was like, I don't know if this is what I actually want to do. This sounds like a nightmare. Wait, I don't want to do that. I want to do this for me. I want to do design for me. I want to do art for me. And it's selfish. It's so selfish. But you lose that sense of expressing yourself when you start designing for somebody else. You lose your identity. And Heated Rivalry had a lot to do with identity and a lot to do with like thinking you know who you are, but in reality, there's so much more to life. There's so much more to it. There's so much more to what you're capable of. But then I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And so I had thought about, making online content, making my cute little things. I've got a 3D printer, I've got a Cricut, I've got all these fun tools and I know how to use them and I can make some really fun stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just stuff. It's just stuff. And it doesn't actually mean anything. And so I was looking for that meaning. And I found that it's been lonely here. I've kept men at a distance. I've been living with my parents for college. It's an LDS family. I've always been kind of a goody two shoes. Um, and so I've always like tried to keep men at a distance and not pursue anything and focus on me, focus on building my career, focus on proving myself. But there's never a right time to start something. There never will be. And by the time that you're ready to start whatever you're wanting to start, by the time that you're actually ready, you will be dead. You'll never be ready. So it is this like working on myself, working on my insecurities and feeling better about myself and what I can do about myself to get ready to, you know, pursue guys once I move out. The longer that you set that off, the lonelier it gets. And on top of that, my best friends in the whole world moved up to Salt Lake, and I miss them dearly. And I try not to let them know how much of a wreck I've been. That's another thing that I needed is that I needed to kind of find something to fill that void of romance and that void of friendship and you know getting the romance from Heated Rivalry and getting the friendship from seeing how Hudson and Connor are in their public lives. But it kind of made me realize of like it shouldn't be a substitute and that I deserve to try. I deserve to at least give it a shot. And so here I am in typically sunny St. George, but it's super rainy today and I'm stuck. And I'm stuck here, but I'm not really. I've decided to be stuck here. I graduated. I have my degree. I don't need to stay here anymore. And so I ask if, like, hey, are you looking to hire somebody to teach here? Or, hey, I know I can stay with this design studio after I graduate. I can do that as well. I'm doing it in a way to hold myself back. And this damn show, it kept reminding me of like what's actually possible. And yes, it's fantastical. It's sensational, but it's so real at the same time. It's so many of these characters provided a sort of relatability where I'm able to go, okay, that person right there is a lot like either me or somebody I know. And it's so human. And that's something that I think a lot has been missing from media is that humanity. So I think I should probably, I want to talk about the characters and how they impacted me. And it might not be in a perfect order. I don't have notes. I'm just going off of my head. Kip, I understand what it's like to be in those menial jobs and always think that there was a chance to be something bigger than that. If you had only taken it, if you had only taken the chance, and then you find something that makes you go, maybe I need to take that chance. His relationship with Scott was what made him go, what's the harm? What's the harm in trying to aim higher, trying to be bigger, trying to meet your full potential? And I really appreciated seeing that in his character. Scott, I think Scott's character to me is a reflection of who I might become if I keep this shit up. If I keep pushing people away, if I don't pursue what actually will make me happy. I think that he was a really important character to realize that of do you really want to be that person who's just ashamed? And I don't want to be that person. If I keep going the way that I'm going, that's going to be me. And what a reality check. What an eye opener. And then to see him make the decision to not just accept how things are, to make a change. Ilya. Um, I live in a very unique state. I live in Utah. I was born and raised here. Grew up in the church. Mormons. It's really hard to live in a place where everybody has the same set of values. and the same idea as what is right and what is wrong. And there's no leeway. There's no leeway. You only have the privilege of leeway if you fit a very specific set of characteristics. And so I have always had that shame. And I've always thought about what I want to do, how it would impact my family, how it impact how they see me. And I get that this alienation is Svetlana. I have a lot of Svetlanas in my life, and I've had a lot that I've given up on. Ooh, the women in this show, superstars, absolute superstars. It's really hard to describe the kinship that queer men have with straight women. It's really, really hard to describe. And that love and that mutual support. There can still be things that complicate those relationships, homophobia, misogyny. It's always nice to be there for somebody who you can be yourself with and who loves you dearly and you love them. Shane, this is the character that speaks to my soul. I am I am my parents' only shared kid. My dad has four from a previous marriage, and I am my mom's only. And so I was kind of raised like an only child. So I know what it's like to be that, that the jewel of your family, to be like the hope and to meet expectations over and over and to exceed them and to do better and better and better. But there's still that one thing that could change everything. And so you just keep trying. You keep trying to impress them, and you get the awards, you get the good grades, and you get the degree. But you're not happy. You're not yourself. You lie until you can't. Trying. I've had that same exact conversation with my mother as he did with Yuna in the last episode. I've had that conversation. I had it this morning where it's like, Mom, I'm trying. I tried. I don't know if I can meet those expectations. Well, my mom and I, we don't see eye to eye all the time. Our relationship can be quite rocky. We don't agree religiously, ethically, politically, but I still love her unconditionally. And I think I've been scared that it wouldn't be the same from her, but she's reassured me. So, what do I do now? With all of this, with all of these revelations, and all of these new insights, what do I do? How do I move forward? So I guess I'm starting a YouTube channel. I guess I'm going to start putting stories out there, putting my thoughts out there, talking about my inspirations, making art. But I need to start making decisions for me. I don't want to be stuck anymore. Oh, man. So I want to explore storytelling. I want to be able to recreate. I want to be able to make people feel. I want to be able to change people's lives. To let them know that they're not alone and that someone gets it. Because that's what that's what this show has done for me. So I don't know what's in store, but I need to leave. I need to leave my home. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard. Financially, mentally, emotionally, physically. It's going to be hard. But I can't wait for life to pass me by. And I hope you don't let it too. Thanks.